everybody? Welcome back to the Clintonville Slasher. I am your host, Lurch Frankenwilks, and welcome back to another interview. Happy Saturday. Today, I want to talk about a werewolf movie that just dropped this year called The Wolfman of 2025. A little rundown of the film is that you have this guy named Blake. Blake and his dad. The film starts off with Blake is young, okay, and his dad is kind of a hard ass, kind of like a lone survivor kind of guy, lives out in the elements, and he lives on a farm in Eastern Oregon. And they decide to go for a hunt. And so when they go for a hunt, they see a deer out there. And when they see the deer, they try to get a shot at it, but they can't see it. So Blake's dad moves forward a little bit closer to get the shot at him, and he can't see it. So Blake runs around and tries to get around the deer to get a better shot at him. When he looks through the scope, is not a deer. It's actually a werewolf, and they're attacked and chased up into a deer stand. And when they look over, the werewolf's scratching and startling, and you really can't see the werewolf at first, but you know what it is. Now, they go back home, and Blake's dad is talking on the radio like, we have to go find it. And then it flash forwards to Blake when he is an adult with his wife and their daughter Ginger, and I forget his wife's name. Anyway, so him and his wife are she's a writer. He is, a stay-at-home dad with their daughter, and he gets a letter in the mail. They must live in New York City, and he gets a letter in the mail stating that his dad is now legally considered deceased. So he says, let's get away. Let's do a weekend getaway. The three of us will go down to Oregon. We'll clear out my dad's house. So that's what they do. They get a moving truck and they go down to Oregon, and they kind of get lost in the back trail of the woods there. And they end up running across one of his neighbors. And his neighbor's like, well, you're kind of on the wrong side, but give me a ride. I'll show you where the driveway is. So he jumps in the truck, and his wife and his daughter, his wife, Suberly, is very hesitant of picking up some random stranger, which totally understandable. So all three of them get in the truck, and they start driving towards driving towards his dad's farm. And they run into what looks like a man standing in the road, and Blake yanks the wheel and crashes the truck, tips it sideways. All of them are messed up. The werewolf comes after him, and Blake gets scratched. And then from that point on, it is a slow transformation of a werewolf into Blake becoming into a werewolf. Now, what I thought about this movie is I like the premise. I like the idea of changing into a werewolf, but not being complete, the transformation. Because normally when you see a werewolf lure, it's very fast, that doesn't show you. It's so strange. So slowly shows you what Blake sees and how he perceives other people, and the elements, and he's not seeing what's going on. He can't understand his wife, and so he's just become this feral beast. And he's got to fight the other werewolf. The amazing fight scenes, amazing acting. I really thought that this movie was really fun. I like the idea of changing into a werewolf and not being able to change back. That's cool. That's different. And so I like that. However, the only thing I really had an issue with was his daughter being able to have her psychic abilities. I didn't understand that. That is just, I don't know. I just thought that was kind of silly. But other than that, the movie was pretty solid. I liked the acting. I liked the writing. I liked everything else. But it's just his daughter has this psychic ability. So. But that wasn't enough to change my perspective on the film as a whole. So, if you guys want to check it out, it is streaming for free on Peacock right now. Check it out. If you're new, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your mom. Stay horror. Have a great Saturday. We'll see you next time. You fucking nerds! Sorry. End recording.